we are living at the very edge of survival. It is like the proverbial drowning person clutching at a straw. Anything that is available to us to improve the quality of our lives is something we are willing to give something for. To give you an example of what I mean, we've been through lockdown, which means that young people have not been at school, which means there have been young girls on the streets just trying to help their families to survive and engaging in transactional sex maybe as early as 12 or 13. What kind of money are these girls receiving for that transaction of their bodies? They're sometimes receiving a bunch of vegetables to go and eat that evening with their families. So this is the nature of the transactional life that we have led. Everybody looks at the other person as a person from whom something can be gained, something that is necessary for just continuing and getting through the day. We no longer look at each other as co-nationals, as people who have a common history and should be constructing a common fate. It's about what can I get out of this situation and this person in this situation at this moment in time.
We are supposed to be free and independent, Mr. Ban Ki-moon. Supposed to be free, the 54 countries. We come to the United Nations, it's ceremonial. Every year, September, we are there. We pay lots of money to go there. And to the General Assembly, we make speeches, we go back home, year in, year out. But the bosses in the Security Council say, you shall never have the powers that we have as permanent members. And we have asked and asked and asked. And asked and asked. Reform the Security Council. I want to tell you, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, you are a good man. You are a good man. But of course, we can't make you a fighter. That's not what your mission was. We will fight a fight for our own identity, for our own integrity and personality as Africans. We are Africans.